Storytelling isn't just for books and movies. It is one of the most powerful tools we have as artists. Whether you realize it or not, your artwork is always saying something. It might be, I want to make something pretty today, or it might be a story that is deeply rooted in who you are as a person and an artist. And when you lean into that, when you let your art tell a story, it creates a much deeper connection with the people who see it. We are surrounded by art every single day. It's on products, it's in our homes, it's in packaging, but the art that really stays with us, that's the art that makes you feel something. And those feelings could be good or bad. That is the power of storytelling. It invites people into your world. It takes a pattern from just being on a piece of clothing or on a product you create, and it turns it into something meaningful. Now, it is not always about telling a literal story, beginning to end, every tiny little detail. It is about creating an emotion, creating a sense of place or a memory, making people pause and think to themselves, yes, I completely connect with this piece. I understand them. I feel the same way. Or maybe I don't, but it speaks to you. It speaks to your audience. That is what storytelling does. It builds empathy and it makes people care, not just about the art, but the artist, you. One of my favorite examples of this kind of storytelling in my own work is this blanket back here. It's not just a cozy product, although it is very cozy and very soft, but it is a love letter, a literal love letter to a place that I love very deeply, the San Gabriel Mountains. I spent time researching the local flora and fauna. I thought about the things that I've seen as I've hiked through those mountains, and I've thought about the plants I've seen in the botanical gardens where I work, because some of them overlap. Every single motif in this blanket is rooted in that experience. The plants, the shapes, even the colors, they are all part of that story. It's the kind of piece that, in my opinion, yes, looks beautiful, but it also feels grounded in something. And when someone wraps themselves up in this blanket, I want them to feel more than just warm. I want them to feel connected to nature, to the quiet of the mountains, to the peace that babbling streams can bring, and that amazing sound of gravel underfoot as you hike. I want people to feel all of those things when they wrap themselves in this blanket. I want them to have that moment of peace. And the best part about having that story behind this piece of art and this blanket is that when I tell people that part of the story, they completely light up. I can see it. Their faces get lighter. They have brightness in their eyes and they get it. They feel it too. And even if they have never been to the San Gabriel Mountains, people get it because the story gives the piece depth. It goes from being just a product to being something that people truly feel connected to and connected with. And that is true for all of us, no matter what kind of art you make. Maybe you're a painter, a printmaker, a surface designer. When you share even a little bit of your story, it just helps people understand why your work matters and it gives them something to hold on to. If you are ever wondering if your art is enough, I mean, we all do, right? Or you're trying to figure out how to make it stand out, start with a story. Why did you create this piece? What inspired it? What do you hope people will feel when they experience it? You don't have to be dramatic or overly poetic. Just be honest because your story is part of your art. And sharing that helps people not just see what you've made, but why it matters. I would love to know, do you have a favorite piece that tells a story or something that you've made that holds a personal meaning? Drop a comment below. I would love to hear about how your art is made and the stories that you tell through your artwork. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, I will see you next time. And if you want to know a little bit more about my day job, you should watch this video next.